up, it's that time again. The sun's not here, but we're on again. Grab your coffee, grab your crystals and gather round. It's not lunch, it's not breakfast, it's the time we found. For brunch, well maybe we're busy. For brunch, maybe we're lazy. For brunch, well maybe it's Conquest. For brunch, or be your request. But brunch is the time that we make for each of us, where we ask Egnards dumb stuff, because brunch will always be the special time for Egnards and for me.
Oh boy. Hello, welcome, good morning. Happy Father's Day to all of you, most of you who are fathers and are ignoring your children to sit here and spend time with a man-child who believes that he is a father just because he has two cats. I feel great today, honestly. I normally on Saturday mornings I feel really tired. My allergies have been bad this season, but today I feel real nice. I feel good, and of course, I'm going to spend the majority of my day at my in-laws, so that will most likely change in the next couple of hours. Um, this entire stream goes out to Sangjita, who had some really shitty fucking comments on some of his YouTube channel about his lack of theatrics on his GAC videos. And to those people, I say, go fuck yourself. It takes a lot of balls to get up here and to talk on camera in front of people. And he's got 20,000 fucking subscribers. And what do you have? A penchant for watching GAC streams and calling out people for doing their best. So this entire brunch, we're not going to channel that energy. I literally can't, but fuck anyone with that type of mentality and toxicity within this community. I know it's not most of you. I know that most of you are amazing. I know that the group that typically spends time with me generally has a very similar outlook to me, and I fully and strongly appreciate that. But I'm going to call out that bullshit whenever it comes up or whenever it crops up. So good morning to those of you that are out there. Nadis, Xander, Daniel. If I get one more dad joke, just fucking kill me or something. I don't know, man. Snorlax, good morning. Or at noon. No, it's like evening for you. Egg SOKR unlock best week. I like it. All right. SOKR was my last unlock actually, before I got fully caught up. So SOKR I think was my 7th or 8th GL, and then I was fully caught up and I was where we needed to be. Can we still be toxic to Philip? Yes, we can be toxic to Philip because Phil and I, we both thrive off of negative energy from fun people, from nice people, like people that we're friends with. So we do that to each other out of love. We're supposed to be seeing each other next Saturday, heading to a brewery, but I'm sure that he will find a way to make me drive an hour and a half and then cancel on me last minute. Good morning, John. I'm not even going to try my Spanish. I've already explained to you the outlook of my entire Spanish education, and so I'm not going to embarrass myself. But happy Father's Day. Oh well, it's the 19th for you. Oh, I get it. I understand. I'm just being stupid. Con Warlock, what are we on? Are we at day 10 of milk? Is that what's going on now? I really didn't think. I thought everybody was going to pile on Phil with me after that Zeta Protocol episode. I really did not think that there would be so much fucking milk energy within my Discord community. I did not think that there would be somebody who would be drinking a fucking glass of milk every day and videoing it just to annoy me. But I am willing to take this joke as far as it possibly needs to go. You have messed with the wrong fucking person when it comes to committing to the bit. First two farms, Executor, SLKR, Slicker, catapulted me to a Rhodium. That tends to happen, especially if you hit it right at the right time when it comes to a Datacron set and a farm and you're on the lower end. And what typically happens at that point is after 4 months, you kind of drop yourself back down. But in your case, Daniel, that obviously didn't happen because you are a smart player that knows how to play. Ray will be your last because of Radis. Ray was my first because, I mean, it was a choice between Radis and Ray and Slicker, and I chose wrong. At that time in the game, I very much chose wrong. Ray came out of the gate super strong, much stronger than Slicker. She got nerfed very, very hard, very, very early. Well, Slicker was able to solo the raid for 2.5 years, which kind of sucked for us Ray players at that time. No yogurts though. It is what it is. All right, let's see what's going on actually in game. I've been doing well in GAC. I'm fighting somebody who is a little bit higher than me now. 16 million account for tonight. Mighty Chlorian, so Whale Guild. Definitely spends on the higher end with me. Doesn't seem to have done it for this particular era though coming up, but definitely really fully invests in their datacrons. We're gonna see. We'll find out what happens there, and if I win, if I lose, I don't know. I'll be at my in-laws. I'll probably be drunk, and I'll be doing battles just in the bathroom, just so that I don't have to rush them tonight. So I will, of course, make some kind of giant mistake. Well, I am very whale. We are very pro whale here. You spend your money however you want to spend your money. Let's see. We got TW Hero, I think, based on what my guild is telling me. Yeah, man. You know what happened to my last GAC match before we go into TW Hero? I was playing a guy who reached out to me on Nooch's server. Very nice guy, very friendly match. And pull it up. I got tricked into this stranger match because obviously the Luminara Kron or Barrett, I don't remember which one is which. I think it's Luminara. Where's that Barris? I don't fucking know. Whatever fucking Kron this is. It really fucks with Satil, so I got fucked here and thought I was gonna lose. And then I got fucked on Cassian over here because I was very scared of this trench Kron here in the back, and I was very, very nervous about it. And I wanted to save JMK for it. And so instead of using Cassian or JMK on Cassian, I used Great Mothers there. And then I woke up the next morning and realized I still had Stranger. And Stranger took this team out like the easiest fucking thing in the world. And I felt like a dumbass for having not thought of doing that the night before. Yeah, my God, the DC bugs. I've heard the Satil bug with assists is not supposed to be happening, and it does suck when you've invested time, effort, energy, money into these datacrons, and they don't get fixed, right? And that becomes a huge problem for players. I'm kind of annoyed with this whole Satil Cron thing and this whole situation. I didn't spend any money towards it, but I did spend additional crystals in order to get it. So it is annoying that it's not great, or it's not where it should be. Sorticron sucks. I don't know. It's getting thrown on defense. I took my sortie up to Relic 8. Where is he? Where is she? I took sortie up to Relic 8 for this, but I don't have the greatest mods on her, so I don't really expect very much. These are mods from a long time ago. We'll do this. Maybe we'll get lucky here. No, we won't. Don't really need the extra potency. That's been happening a lot lately. Fuck that. Today's milk has been drunk. We will need proof of that later. All right, let's get into TW. Let's see what's going on. I've heard that this is a cupcake war. Doesn't look like a full cupcake war, but it does look like we are doing fairly well. So let's just do it. Let's go all in on this shit. 1, 2. I feel like, I don't know. I think against a solo Jabba, this should be fine. I have the BH Cron. I forgot to use it last time. Last match. I meant to put it on defense, actually. But it's one of those things where I completely forgot that half of my bounty hunters are still at Relic 5. So it's not going to do anywhere near as much as it should because the stats won't apply. And I don't want to bring them up higher than Relic 5 right now because I feel like the signal data crunch is going to hit me hard very soon. TW Hero is here to save the day. Let's see, we got 2 of these. What do I want to use here? Can C Watt do this with the 2 Datacrons? Or with the 2 Omicrons? I'm going to say yes. I have no idea, but we're going to try it anyway. It doesn't matter. What do I have for defense? Sure. See Bane. Fuck you, Xander. I need Bane. I need Bane for his own team. Actually, let's take out Mace Windu first because he's got Omicron. Maybe not. This might not work. Oh, maybe. Maybe we're there. Maybe we got this. Really just need one more turn. Okay, we got it. We're safe. Cam was hitting hard. Okay, let's see. We have an actual Datacron here. Or Omicron. Well, we have Datacron and an Omicron. Let's try these guys. Do not have a Datacron anymore. This might not work. It is okay. Yeah, it got scary. Oh, shit. Okay, that's not gonna work. Look. Oh, damn. Oh, that's okay. Well, we'll come back to that. What do we have here? Fucking the Leviathan wall, man. I don't want to fight Leviathan. I want to fight a big Leviathan because they are less likely to have done something. Oh, Leviathan's on defense. I gotta stop in on his streams a little bit more, John, when I have the time to. All right, let's hopefully somebody will kill that extra cam. I don't want to kill the cam with something crazy big because I want to be able to use crazy big things in the back. But clearly, without TW Omicrons, Balin was not doing it. No, Dan, I still have not R10'd my Revan. Shit, look at this. I just noticed. They are using the fucking Y-Wing here. I'm gonna take you out. Get rid of you. Well, I don't need shit because it's TW. I'm not applying any TW Omicrons right now. I need my fucking Omicron. What is this fucking comp? Like, what is going on here? Like, we win 80% of our TWs without even trying, and we don't even like actively we don't even like actively sandbag or anything. So I don't really care to apply any more TW Omicrons at all. There was a home one with P-Wing in the starting lineup. What kind of fuck? This guild, they were probably like, there's no way that we're winning. We don't care. We're just gonna do what we can do. Here we go. 17 banners. Let's see. Home one. Is there? Did you already take that one out? Yeah, it looks like that one's taken out. We have an egg. No, man. Nobody wants to play TW. Like, we tag. We're like, hey, our TW officers are like, hey, guys, come play TW. Nobody wants to. It's a fucking shit-ass game mode. I'm really surprised that they haven't changed it. You know, I thought after the GAC change, I thought like for sure that in the next year or two that they would change TW and fix TW. Is what it is. That B1 coming in late. Well, GAC, everyone talks about GAC matchmaking. GAC matchmaking is an elo system. It is a ranked system. So matchmaking isn't meant to give you an even opponent. They're meant to give you someone on the same skill level as you. The problem, of course, and I've said this forever, the biggest problem about GAC matchmaking is it does not account for people leaving the game and playing the game again. It does not. Oh, Adis, you're coming in hot trying. It does not account for players who leave and now their skill rating is much lower than their level is. That's the only major change to GAC matchmaking that I think needs to be done. Because if they do that, players will they'll see better matches. They'll have less problem matches. What is Knights MD sending me? Kega Wolbon JG. Some kind of, I can't fucking. They're almost dead. I can't fucking translate that shit. I'll have to watch it later, Nee. I don't know. I think that you'll see that when it comes to like TW change, I mean, changes like that take a long time. I think that we think that changes in the game can be done over a month, 2 months, 3 months. I'm sure that a lot of things in this game take, 12 months, 14 months, 18 months to really fix or do something. But TW is one of those things that players have just like really hated for a very, very, very long time. There we go. Thank you, Adis. What do we got on the backside? Let's just fucking burn through this. Let's do it. All right. TW fucking heroes coming out to play. Oh, there he is. What's up, Nee? I saw your message. I don't know if you were in when I was trying to translate it, and then I realized I can't translate it for shit. I can only, like, sort of read it. I don't even need datacrons. Wake up, it's that time again. Grab your coffee, grab your crystals, grab your friends. Boom. We are gonna high score this bitch. No one in my... No, fuck you. Who the hell is trying to take out my opponents? Fucking assholes. My opponents! I am the TW hero. All right, come on. All we gotta do is wait through that damage immunity. You can do it, Droidika. You can get a turn. Please. Oh my god, so many turns. We're just gonna auto basic. What the fuck? So slow. This was his plan all along. Look at all these fucking turns. How? Oh, I love Bezos bucks, Snorlax. Give me those Bezos bucks. Prime subs are my favorite subs, man. Always my favorite subs. Prime subs say, I love you, but I don't want to commit to you. And I get that. Why would you want to commit to some strange guy almost in his 40s on the internet? I try to give my Bezos bucks out every single month. Every month, my Bezos bucks go somewhere. Pass them around to the smaller content creators. I've been giving mine to Cosghoul lately. I think my own Bezos bucks are due soon, so I'll have to do that too. Okay, let's auto basic this bitch, right? Because once again, these sneaky bitches, they're slow droid decals. This is going to be a problem. I don't think that there's any TM removal on basic, right? I'm just going to sit here and wait. My God, this is infuriating. Don't they know? Like, every minute that I waste in this battle is a minute that somebody else is battling one of TW Heroes' teams. That is a problem. Okay, now we can do it because it can be taken away. It's a fucking meaty droid deca for a Relic 5. Let's go with Snipskron. Guys, I know it seems like I'm supposed to be the one keeping you guys entertained while we're doing TW Hero Time, but it's actually the opposite. If you remember, my goal here is that you guys entertain me, and that's the whole point of this stream. So that while I'm doing the things that I'm supposed to be doing as a good guild officer, keep egg in house. I don't get bored by the game. That's right. It also allows me to buy alcohol. And we all know that Egg is a drunk. Not as bad as... Not as bad as Scribe. But Egg is a drunk. It also opens up new emoji slots, apparently. You get a certain amount of, like, slots of emojis, and the more points that you have concurrently unlock new emoji slots for you to give to everybody, which I found out last summer. God, why are we doing just such shit damage? Satila, you fucking blow in everything except for GAC. Scribes is cultural. It is oddly fair. There we go. Now we're done. Tipsy. that's what Scribe keeps telling himself. No, do I have no, I have the mission Ami because when CG changed the Zeta to an Omicron, they gave it to everyone who had the Zeta for free. So that's the only reason that I have that Omicron. It's just something that I was given for free, and we go from there with that. Has World Cup traffic affected me? Not really. So the World Cup in Jersey, I don't know how many matches are being played here, but the match, I guess, that was supposed to be played here like 2 weeks ago, my wife and I, we just didn't go out that day. We stayed home. I think it was the same day that my new grill came and we had finished our patio. So her brother came down from upstate, from Westchester, which is, I guess, technically not upstate. And we just grilled. Ah, Hot is in here with the good dad jokes. Not like this fucking Dan. Likes to think that he can tell a fucking dad joke. Oh, come on. Okay, I think we're at the point where I can just let this go. You know what I found out last week? Because people comment on these brunches like a week later. People actually watch these brunches like when they're not live. I thought that like the minute that this went off of live, there was no reason for anyone to watch it outside of like their roster reviews. And that to me was incredible. Okay, let's see. Let's get a Jedi in here. I don't know, Shakti, why not? Morning, Emperor. Is it morning for you? Isn't it like afternoon for you? Are you just like going to my sensibilities? There we go. Yeah, I have a lot of European followers because I stream so early in the morning. None of the Americans, except for like Dan, want to be up. Um, they have no. They're. I get it. It's too early. I understand. It's only Eggs fans. Let's see how this fucking works. I don't. Where is it? No, Rebel Fighters. You're not a rebel. The person I want. Can you do this with just your FDC? Or am I gonna get fucked? Yeah, it's Germans all the way down. And we're just gonna fucking take them out. Some Starship Trooper shit going on here. Boom. 9.5 France. Yeah, we have the French too, but think that the largest majority of our population is Germans. I don't know if this is gonna work, honestly. But just to appease some of our friends here, let's try it. We're gonna do defense just because without the Omicrons, I don't know if this is gonna work well or not. I used the wrong move to start. That's okay. It seems like we should be fine either way. I think we'll be okay. The resident milkman is German. We have a lot of Germans. Speaking of Germans, I got to play games with Moonborn yesterday. Very nice. Playing Grounded, which is a survival game where you are a child who has been shrunk down in your own backyard. And it is a very fucking hard game. My God. It is really difficult. I don't know if this will work because it's not TW. We're gonna try it anyway. We will see what happens here. Grab your coffee, grab some popcorn, grab a beer. Egnards is drinking, and I think that he's having fun. We can do this. We did not take this team to mostly R8 for nothing. Just need to take out that Grievous with Nihilus, and then you're fucked. There we go. Je suis. That's the only French. Je suis. You should see the other guy. I think that's from Age of Empires, if I remember correctly. Well, beat you back to the Age of Empires. What about Jedi Vanguard? It's the only thing. First of all, Maine is lovely. I went to Maine 2 years ago, and we had fucking blueberry pizza. Blueberry on pizza, and I didn't hate it, actually. It's like blueberry and goat cheese. You guys up in Maine are very weird, but I'm not fully about it, but I'm also not against it. Second of all, I appreciate, and it's nice to know that the only reason that you're watching is because nobody else is on at this time. So I enjoy that. I enjoy that you are being upfront. I enjoy that you're like, look, man, you're not that entertaining at all, but there's nothing else on that's entertaining right now. So as far as entertainers go, this is the best that I have. It is what it is. I'll take it. Let's see. What about ISB? Can ISB do it? Honey, that's because you're not the fucking TW hero. I don't even know how to play the ISB team. We're just going to throw this on auto and hope for the best. I don't know how they do what they do. I think Advanced Guard. I don't know how they work. I don't know what's going on. They just kind of show up and it's basically bureaucracy, right? Because one of them calls the other on the radio to do work, and then the other one calls the other one on the radio to do work, and they're just constantly calling each other on the radio and telling someone else to do the work. A lot of little, like, fire alarm beeps that happen. It's fine. We don't... Rennick's dead. I'd really love if my fucking droid over here were not stunned. Just getting target locked to death. The opponent dies to, hey, what's up, Baby Yoda? Yeah, just bureaucratic delay. Or the opponent just doesn't die at all. It was, I'm not saying that it was a staple of Maine. Having the blueberry pizza. It was a brewery we went to. Not a brewery. It was, yeah, actually it was. It was a brewery in, where the fuck did we say? Freeport? Is it Freeport? Free something. So it was like a bar pie, and bars always do weird shit. But it wasn't bad. Like I didn't hate it. Let's clean this shit up. I don't really do touristy shit when I go places. I'll do something touristy if my wife wants to do it, but I go to breweries and I eat whatever's at the brewery. Boom. Dead. Yeah, and then they tried to add in that hero. I was thinking about this actually yesterday. They were like, oh, we're introducing these hero abilities now that they did one time. It was basically just, we know nobody's going to use ISB, so we're going to try to make them relevant. Didn't work for shit. Can't use my Night Sisters because my Night Sisters are with Great Mother, sadly. How about Seer Malicos? Do you think that'll work here? Let's find out. Let's do with... I guess we'll just do that. Crit damage. We don't want first turn. Will this work? Probably not. We'll throw some rocks, though. Well, without the Omicrons, I think we are probably shit out of luck here. Oh. Oh. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know if I have any more teams that are going to do this. Yeah, Malikos does not really do what we want him to do outside of all right, how about this? Mandalorian, I think it's Forlom, right? Who else do we put in this team with Django? We're gonna do, I don't know. Do this. Let's find out. Well, I didn't use grief. Yeah, it was. We were in Freeport. We also went to Portland. Is it Portland? Yeah, it is Portland. Okay. Maybe I should have used grief. Should have listened. I didn't listen. Well, I mean, at least I got one of them down. I guess. That's my bad. I'm gonna throw it on auto and let that. Yeah, look, my oh, fuck. My bounty hunters are not great. And I didn't know what team to use. And that's fine. TW Hero isn't necessarily about winning. TW Hero is about just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. And this did not stick. I probably should save a team so that I remember which team to use in GAC. So it is Django, Zuckus, and then who is the fifth on this team? Is it Zam? Because in GAC, Zam goes much faster. I think it's probably Zam. I don't know. I feel like for GAC, we're talking about in GAC. Don't I want all of this extra speed? I feel like I want all of that extra speed. I don't want Zam. I want Forlom and Asajj. Okay. We're going to look after this week. My Ventress sucks. Oh, I did bring her up. I did give her Omicron. I don't know. We're going to... All right. Well, I'll put Ventress in here for now. And we're going to look at the stats after the week. And we're going to see what's up. Anything good here? Defense. No, that sucks. No offense on that. Fuck that. Nothing I need here. All right. How did we do? We are third overall. We are second under Ani by 3 fucking banners. Oh, I hate that. Fuck. I need 3 more banners. We cannot be under Ani in terms of fucking banners for TW. But I also need my team to be able to go. Oh my god, this is not gonna work. Come on. We can do this. Oh my god. Got a big hit this bitch. There we go. Okay. Fuck you, Ani. I've already burned my good fleets, Ani. You can't fucking out TW Hero, the TW Hero. I can't imagine I have anything else that's gonna do shit here. I mean, because my Night Sister... Well... No, because Marin is on that team too, so that's gonna cause a problem. Night Sisters will not work. Yeah, but you know what, Con Warlock? You start to add up stuff once you get there, because that Coven of Shadows event is clutch, is really what it is. All right, we are number 2. I don't need to be total banners top. That's fine. All that matters is I am above Ani in successful attacks. I got it. I'm here, man. I beat you. Be well, John. Okay. Rogue One. Maybe I have Rogue One. Just to keep myself ahead. I don't honestly remember what I set. Do I have... There we go. Sure. This will make sure, if it wins, it'll make sure that he cannot get ahead of me. There's just not enough teams left. Well, the other zone is Ahsoka. I burned all of my GLs. It's Ahsoka and and fleets, and the fleet's all Leviathans, and I've burned all my good fleets. Oh, coming in hot, Snorlax, with the Bezos bucks right now. That is half of a beer right there. The TW hero reigns supreme. Right? There's nothing else I can do there. I've won. TW hero wins. I'm good. All right. We got Conquest, right? What time is it? We're at... Oh, my God. It took a fucking hour. 101? Let's do it. Let's see what I actually need. That's because nobody's fucking... We're not a TW guild, man. We don't give a shit. What do I actually need? I need some of these things. I have plenty of those things. So we're just going to go on 4, like we normally do. You're amazed that there are guilds that attack. Yeah, there's like a handful of guilds that really take TW seriously. We are not one of them. You know, like 10% of battles. If this were... Fuck you. If this were a midweek TW Cupcake War, I would not be doing any battles. At all. I do it for the content. I do it to chat with you lovely people, to talk to you lovely people. I will actually say, Xander, I don't think that you remind me weekly to Sim Conquest. I think that you actually remind me bi-monthly. Daddy made you some content. And to shame Ani. And so that we know that the TW hero has reigned supreme. We have to go post in guild Discord and let everybody know the TW hero has won. There we go. Who's got fun plans for today? Does it all for the nookie, man. I wish. If I were 20, that probably would be, that would be exactly what I'd be doing it for. Now at 40, almost 40, I'm like, leave me alone. I want to go to sleep. You're leaving in holiday? Where are you going? Well, I do only stream once a week, typically. Though, the summer starts on Thursday, so I may do some extra TB streams throughout the summer. I don't know if I will. We'll see what happens. When I was first starting out, I did, like, daily streams during the summer. It gets tiring. You guys heard me talk on Discord, the Zero Company game. I do want to get it. I really like tactics games, even if I suck at them. And my plan is to make my squad all named after people from Discord, and Meathead knows that I'm going to be naming somebody after him. Unfortunately, it comes out at the very end of the summer, which is quite upsetting. Are you treating your dad to something fucking good? Or are you taking him out to, like, the Olive Garden? Because, you know, I was thinking about this. Anytime my wife and I go on vacation, I think about, like, the restaurants we eat at. And how those restaurants that my wife and I eat at are, like, unattainable or were unattainable to my family growing up, and to us, Olive Garden was like fancy dining. And going to like the macaroni grill so that I could draw on the tables was like this amazing experience. And even like going to Chili's felt fancy. And now I can't even fathom going to a place like that. And we eat at places where I don't even want to look at the fucking bill. Yeah, I don't know how the game is going to work in terms of my squads yet because I haven't looked into it. I haven't played it, but I do intend... I do intend fully to name them after people from Discord based on their personalities. How can I be bad at tactics games? So I grew up playing Final Fantasy Tactics. I love Final Fantasy Tactics. It's one of my favorite games. I very much enjoy it. I'm very good at it. I like to break the game. But then like I go to XCOM, and XCOM, I just cannot. I lose every single time. That game is unfair. You literally have to save scum because of the, you know, the big joke. Like you have 95% accuracy and you lose. But I think that what it comes down to is I grew up playing first-person shooters before like cover shooters, before all like the fancy shooters that have come out. So I am very much just a go in there, no defense, just blow shit up kind of guy when I play these games. And that does not usually work in tactics games. And I was finding that out yesterday when I was playing Grounded with Moonborn, and we were having so much trouble fighting like black ants. And I learned that I could block after weeks of playing this game. I was like, oh shit, blocking is actually useful. I shouldn't be just kiting these guys and trying to step back and attack at the same time. Who? Ruth? It's weird to see him pop up here when you started playing the game. Who are we talking about? Meathead? Because I know Meathead was a late transplant to things. Yeah, I've always been like just that you just go in kind of person. And so I'm trying to unlearn those habits. And I just don't have the time for for that in games as much as I would like to. Let's do Captain Rex. I'm a Borderlands kind of guy, even though the newest Borderlands fucking blows. I don't think your previous message went through, Ruth, unless it just got caught in a lot of... Because the last thing I see from you is Bar Harbor, and then the thing about seeing him pop up again. So, yeah, I mean, I grew up... Not grew up, because Borderlands came out when I was, like, 19. But I liked the Borderlands style of you just run in. Xander, man, listen. These roster reviews have been coming out of nowhere. The amount of roster reviews that I've had to do. I have been bringing the reviews down to 0 every week. Down to 0. And then like 6 pop up. So don't blame me. Blame everybody else. I had every intention, I think it was last week, every intention of doing egg draws. Oh my god. Emperor, we did, C-Squared and I were playing Borderlands. And we were streaming it just to Discord. And I kind of like doing that. Because you don't have to perform when you're just streaming to Discord. Instead of like to Twitch when everybody is like trying to get you to perform and dance like a fucking monkey. And it was nice. Anytime we would pop in, we would just turn on the game and we would just chat with people. And Sin would, of course, make jokes about like my character and their whips and chains and everything. Do I have an analysis on the Omicron surge pack? Probably. It's probably in my value charts if somebody wants to post those. I have a read-only version of those charts that is free and available to everybody. I probably have it there. If I don't have it there, then I'll end up doing it in the next day or two. You could draw a roster review. Oh my god. That would be funny if I had any, like, actual skill to be able to do quick, like, actual sketches of characters. It is. Everybody wants me to fucking dance. That basically is what streaming is. And I rebel against it unless I find it to be funny to my own sensibilities. Disgaea. Oh my god, I fucking love Disgaea. The only problem with Disgaea is, like, Disgaea, its story and its time is that the free one, Ani? Because you have access to the premium one. Disgaea is a game where, like, getting through the game is not that interesting. But once you get through the game and you start getting into, like, the item levels and you start getting into, like, breaking it and, like, resetting characters, it becomes so ridiculous. But it's also a game that takes so much time, so I haven't played any of the newer ones because you really need to sit there and really invest in them if you want to play them at its most. Borderlands, more than 2 people. Emperor. When Borderlands first came out, I've said this before, but when Borderlands first came out, I bought it right away. It looked like a really fun game. It reminded me of Hellgate London, which was fun. I bought it right away. I beat it. I sold it maybe 4 days later because I would buy games, play them, and then sell them so that I could, you know, buy something else. Because the game was not fun, right? The first Borderlands. And then a few years later, I bought the gold edition for the PlayStation 3, I think. And my younger brother and I sat down and we played it together. And we played straight through the game and the DLCs. And I found out, like, it's not a game that you can play by yourself. By yourself, Borderlands is not that interesting of a shooter. But when you play it with a few people, even 2 people, it is so much fun. Unfortunately, Borderlands 4 is terrible, and C-Squared and I both couldn't get through it because it was not very fun to play. Lady Geek, you know my sensibilities. Listen, you slide into my DMs every couple of weeks to complain about people's modding choices and talking about their mod scores, right? And it's the same shit. Is your resource investment. Think about if you listened to me a year and a half ago or 2 years ago to do Paw Patrol. If you refreshed it, because it's about 3 years without refresh, but if you refreshed it, you would be at resource positive by now and be getting free resources. That is the beauty of that stuff. Yeah, Hellgate London was one of the first loot shooters, like first mainstream loot shooters. I don't want to say first loot shooters. And it was a pretty decent game. Wasn't amazing, but it was pretty good. You wouldn't be getting 18 million the rate as early as you did, but you don't need 18 million. You need 12. You know, and would you be getting 18 million faster on the next couple of raids if you had them at Relic 9? Probably. I will always, always, always promote any event that gives you permanent free resources. So like era battles aren't permanent. I don't think it's worth it for everybody to highly invest in era battles, especially now, the state that era battles are in. But any type of permanent resource, you should 100% be fully investing in. Are you the raid officer? I like going on Discord when people talk about me. I will be like, don't listen to that guy. That Egnards guy fucking blows. Or in real life, to my friends, I'll lament about my boss being an asshole, and they'll be like, aren't you the owner? And I'll be like, yes, exactly. Yeah, it's... You know, I've been maxing out the era battles because it makes sense in my situation, but for most situations, it does not make sense. Especially because you can't, like, underman them the same way that you used to be able to, and there's, like, a lockout at the very, very high levels. It was a decent game, Dan. It was decent. It paved the way for other games. The Era Maxer. Oh my god. Look, you know I must be a bad person if Vance has latched on me, because every other person that he looks up to is one of the worst human beings in existence. The fucking clavicle guy, clavicular, I don't fucking know. Yeah, I wish. I've never gotten I've never gotten anything over 25 shards in a pack. Very sad for me. When I was doing the Gungans, I thought for sure I would get a 330. But no. It's microdosing. Look. Microdosing on vacation is great. You take some of those gummies, you split them into 4. Oh, it's beautiful. Get a nice little level high throughout the entire vacation. Go to an art museum. Oh my god. Maybe we will skip some reviews today. We'll only do a couple. Maybe we'll do egg draws, but I don't know. I don't like giving Xander what he wants. It's like one of my least favorite things for Xander to get what he wants, because then he thinks he can bully me at all times. A microdose segment? Oh my god. My god. I haven't, because normally it's so early in the morning. I'm very anxious when I'm high. Don't you threaten me with a good time. So I say this all the time on Discord, but somehow I know I've talked about it in ZP2. My wife does this thing. She does her content. It's not like a weekly thing. It has to do with her Quinn community, her audio porn community, where she gets high and she talks about the certain audios. And she has found herself, I thought it was a one-time thing, and then I thought it was a two-time thing. It seems that she has found herself on the promotional list for a company that does THC seltzers, and like once a month they send her a promotional box of these seltzers. No strings attached, there's no agreement, there's no like, hey, you have to talk about our product. They just send her a box like every month of seltzers. And I need that. Where is my Tushy bidet? Can we all please write to Tushy bidet to get me a free bidet for my downstairs basement? Where is my sponsorship with whiskey companies? I will drink your fucking whiskey on stream. I'll do it. I don't care. I have no shame. I will sponsor your fucking product if it is a product that I will use anyway. Do I need help for reviews? I think we're going to go very light on reviews, Snorlax, today. What am I drinking today? I'm just drinking coffee. It's 8 a.m. It's 8:45. I'm going to the in-laws later. I don't want to get, like, sloppy in the morning. That doesn't seem like a good idea. My father-in-law is going to give my wife gummies, and so I'm going to be the sober one, probably. Can we please start a campaign, a write-in campaign to get me a free bidet? Like, everybody email Tushy Bidet and just say, I bought a bidet from you because of Egnards. Thank you. I want to be on a promotional list somewhere for a product that I use. I want Allagash to send me 6 packs of beer. Oh my god, no. Come on, Ani. Don't do this shit. Don't fuck with me like that. Don't, you can't fuck with TW Hero, man. Respect the fucking hero. Do I? I don't really know if I need to do the hundreds anymore. I feel like I have what I need. Just bring some of these up. Xander, don't do it. Or, Ani, don't do it. I need this. This is like the only thing that I have in my life. Is being the TW hero. Oh, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. I feel like I have plenty of datacrons at this point. You could get behind a bidet. I need help. I need people to write in. I need a write-in campaign for this. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have shit for cleanups right now. Like, I don't have anything that can do anything to any of these fucking teams. I don't, like, this is not gonna work in TW. Let's just try it. There's no fucking pattern, Roker. Sometimes it's like 3 sets in a row we have one, and then sometimes it's like, oh, we're just not doing one this time. Oh, I don't have, I already used SM33. This is probably not gonna work. I'm probably helping you here. by giving you something else you can maybe clean up. Oh, fuck. Fuckity fuck. Yeah, just fucking submit it. What else? Do I have anything else that stands a fucking chance? Bad batch. No, fuck that. We gotta go in fast before this bitch ass comes in here. We need light side. All right, let's try. Wrecker mercenary. Where is he? There he is. Down to 13. Can do this. Just gotta get you down. What does this do? This ability gain stealth, gain protection. All right, we'll take some protection up. Okay. Maybe. He's gonna have ult though. Oh, fuck you. Screw you, Ani. This guy trying to get ahead of me. Piece of shit. Ani's still coming. Ani's coming in hot trying to get those points. Let's see. Let's see if we can snipe him out of this. If he can maybe kill that Oppo, and then I can take out the LV. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. He's gonna just fucking back out of the battle now. Come on. Honey, you can do it. Kill the Oppo. Kill the Oppo, leave the rest for me. I'm gonna wait. This is my moment of truth. Did he take it out? I didn't pay attention. He didn't take it out. No. What do I have? Do I have anything that could reasonably even stand a fucking chance? Rebel. Fighter. I don't think that this will work. Where's Pow? Let's get up. I don't think this is going to work. No, he's not weakened, I think, because I don't remember what works here where he... Right, because I think is... I hope... Hopefully it's the Omicron that kills Oppo. I don't remember. I don't know if it's the Omicron or not. Because if it's not the Omicron, then there's no reason why I'm trying to kill Oppo right now. Yeah, so Oppo still can't die. Okay, so that kind of sucks. Just wasted all of that on Oppo. Maybe this is gonna work. Fucking Pow coming in hot. DVD East, yeah. Or DVD or Vader. Yeah, I thought it was maybe the Omicron that did that, but apparently it isn't. There we go. Don't mess with a TW hero. Con Warlock, the mistake that you're making here is expecting me to pay attention to things. Look at this. There are 300 plus fucking characters in this game. I don't remember what every single icon does, literally at all. Even a little bit. Even at all. I go in, I play this game, Heart of the Cards, Yu-Gi-Oh! Just like all based on feels. And playing based on feels has gotten me this far. Like, reading the kits is not for me. That's when I read the kits on Zeta Protocol, I'm literally just reading words. I have no idea what they mean. I let Phil figure that shit out, and Phil is not smart, right? The education level of Zeta Protocol went down significantly when Pico left the game because Pico was the smart one. Of course, can Commander. Fucking. That is the peak fucking dad joke that we come here for. Finally, first good dad joke of the day. All right, we have reviews, right? We'll see. We're gonna do at least 2, and we'll see how I feel at that point. Maybe we can do the egg draws today. So let's pop in on the intros and go for it.
Rush to reviews. Egnards is having a break and taking a Rush to reviews. Talking to me that what pack sex should sell to you. Ooh, to you. To you.
Okay. Let's see where we're at. Oh. All right. That is the one that is up. So I guess we cannot play Guess the GP. Pop this over here. Side scroll through. Let's see. Okay. So this one, Pestifero. We're going to pop over here. What is the time? 1:35. They kind of just posted their ally code because nobody reads anymore. And then a bunch of lovely people kind of let them know about the .gg, and it looks like they posted their .gg, but they gave me literally no information about their account because why would they? You think they have 3.8 million? I think it's 3.894 million. So we don't have a lot to go on. Let's just take a quick look then. Tatooine Beach Owners Club. We have SLKR. Okay. What are we doing on fleets? We're at 118 on fleets, so we just have the one. We don't have any GL level fleets yet. No. You did get outdone. We have, let's see, gear needed. I always hit the wrong fucking thing. Fuck. All right, let's go through. Let's uncheck all of these. We need an uncheck all button. I'm not talking so I can judge. Having these ads down here kind of sucks now because I can't natively read these things. Jedi Knight Luke is fairly close. Jedi Master Luke is not. Kenobi, Vader, Star Killer is. What do we have on Star Killer? Dash is coming up. That's about it. Grand Inquisitor, it seems like we have. He seems to be struggling without his wing person. Snorlax, yeah, I know, but we can't give Snorlax time every week. Members Brunch is coming up, though. Admiral Piet, we don't have. Profundity, we're not closer to. Dr. Afra, no. Cal should be. Tried using your phone a friend. Leviathan, no. Ooh, okay. We're starting to see interesting things here now. Let's check out Jabba again. Jabba is very far. But Leia's very close. This is nice. Are we missing any overlap here? Jin, Mon Mothma, Bistan, Cassian, and Admiral Radis. No, we're not missing any overlap here. Time to ask a Philip. You should never ask a Philip, man. Never, ever, ever ask a Philip. Let's see. Rebels. Well, actually, as we go into Leia, this is not going to matter as much. Rebel Roundup, which would be Bounty Hunters. Not there yet. Okay. So we removed Poncho Bros and Pretty Dudes. No, we did not remove Poncho Brothers and Pretty Dudes, but this is such an early account that they're not necessarily needed right now, right? They're not things that are super important to players right now. And honestly, at this level, I should say, Master Qui-Gon is at R5. So he's, as long as Padawan Obi-Wan, Padawan Obi-Wan to R5 would be nice, but I wouldn't go any higher than that at this juncture in the account. Where's Hermit Yoda? No Hermit Yoda yet. Wampa we have. Definitely start working on Hermit Yoda. I think Hermit Yoda, we go over this every week. I believe Hermit Yoda is applicable for Lightspeed tokens. He's not considered a special tune. And it does look like you're getting these guys seemingly to at least 5 stars to get those. So it might even be worth using a Lightspeed token on Hermit Yoda so you don't have to burn the get. Especially if it's a Kyber Lightspeed token from this. Yeah, we go over this every week, right? Because I forget. using a Kyber one will bring him to 7 and bring him up high enough, which would be nice. And then you don't have to use any get 1 on him and burn that. You can use that towards other things. I think that I would definitely be focusing on working towards Jedi Knight Luke, because that's going to be where the rest of your roster is going to take you. But your main roster goal right now is finishing Leia and getting Leia to where she needs to be. You could do Executor or Profundity, but I think that Profundity will serve you a little bit better right now with the other roster choices that you're making. You know, like Dash Rendar, and going into Jabba the Hutt is going to help you as well. So if this were my account, I would probably bring Padawan Obi-Wan to Relic 5. Isn't he also farmable now? Who the fuck are you talking about? He is. Oh yes, he is from Cantina 9, but I would not farm him. God no. Don't waste signal data on that. Don't burn signal data on that at all. I would finish. First of all, Padawan Obi-Wan to Relic 5 is important. I would Kyber LST Hermit Yoda in a month when you get that Kyber LST. I would finish Leia, and I would be working Profundity and Jabba as your background farms. Jabba is going to be really important for you, because modding as you move ahead faster is going to be really important, but it's also going to help you with Rebel Roundup as well. Leia, if you're not already doing Military Might, is going to help you with Military Might, and you really just need to have some crystals from Fleet Arena, and Profundity should help you with that, even if you just get it to 5 stars and then let it kind of farm in the background. If you do not have Rogue One yet, right, I would definitely start farming Rogue One as just a 5 battles a day thing. Even at 3 stars in the background, Rogue One does really well, because a lot of it is attached to his unique ability. You're going to want to bring it to 7 stars anyway, most definitely, but even at 3 stars, it'll be functional as a side ship for Profundity, but you're going to want those crystals. We talk about, and it's kind of shifting a little bit, but one thing we've always talked about I did it again, in my streams, is how things like Profundity, Leia, Jabba, and Jedi Master Luke should all be kind of farmed in tandem, because there is so much overlap between them. Leia, you're already finishing. Profundity should definitely be on your radar. Jabba should 100% be a strong, important farm for you as well. Jedi Master Luke is becoming, I think, slightly less and less important. But if you're going to have all 3 of those farms, you might as well do it. And you're not going to have access to Satele. So a Jedi Master Luke team with, Jedi Knight Cal Kestis and with Jedi Knight Revan is still going to serve you very well, especially in Conquest. And building through Conquest is going to be important to you. And that's going to help you with your ground war as well. So kind of building up your assault battles through the important GLs that you're also working on right now. There isn't really too much more to tell you. You're just in that place in the game where, in my opinion, there's really just one path that players should follow to make sure that they are where they need to go. I don't know what your spending looks like. I'm willing to say that you probably do spend at least a little bit. So you'll probably advance fairly fast, but this is still going to be multiple months. Can't wait to see till PK Hondo stuff is Lightspeed token, how much more important PK will be. I agree, Aoi. I fully agree. Hondo is a very important GL. Modding is an important part of this game, and there's different layers of modding. There's the area of modding where you just want to get speed on all of your characters, and then there's the area of modding where you want to build that minimum speed up to about 10 minimum speed on all of your characters' mods, outside of the characters that don't need mod speed. And then there's that area of modding where you really care about the secondaries as well, and you're willing to forego just a little bit of speed, but that's when we're talking about like 19, 20 speed mods. That's not till the end game. This player is at a point where they just need to get speed on all of their mods, presumably. But the more that they are getting for free, hands down, the better. No matter what. I could see it be a Jabba, a GL ship, then Leia or Pico for some sort of path. Yeah, I mean, it depends. I think obviously the problem with Hondo is that there are a lot of Relic 9 requirements. So if you're in the earlier game, that does become a lot harder for a player to get, even if Relic 9 materials overall are easier. Because, you know, even if we talk about using era material to do that, which is what I'm doing, players are using lightspeed tokens, or they need the lightspeed tokens. They need their Kyrotech for GLs, for Conquest units, for some of the characters that they're getting that are either not Kyrotech farmable, or who they need faster than they can get from Kyrotech. So I do think it's still going to be hard for character players in the early game to just gun for Hondo without really sacrificing something else on top of that. But, you know, there is going to be a case to be made for him being a much earlier GL than he currently is. I know Callisto is here, so we're going to pop into Callisto's now. Let's take a look. This is from 613, so we're catching up. 147. 0-0. Let's see. Top 20 Fleet Arena, 3 Leviathans. I didn't like the LSBs. The rest is Executor and Profundities. I don't know if there's a Fleet Discord, but I've checked the payouts of others. Assault battles are predominantly where they need to be. There's some CT2s in here, but that's okay. It's interesting that Rebel Roundup is CT2. That's generally not the case, especially when you have other things at CT3. Oh, you just finished Jabba. So Rebel Roundup should become a CT3 in the near future. Doing remaining R7 for Leviathan, PG refreshing Malgus and Fury the past months, aiming for July event with 25k crystals. It's not crystal efficient, but I just want to get Leviathan done as fast as possible. After that, I desperately need to get GM and Jabba teams to hire relics. I've got 20 LSTs stocked. Want to use them carefully and lock Balin and BKM as well as for the next raid. Just as a reminder, because a lot of players did not seem to know this, and Astra on Discord crashed out. Remember that an LST in your inventory does not update to new sensibilities. So don't wait on characters if you're hoping that like a new character will be eligible for them, because they will not be eligible for a lightspeed token that is already active. I can understand keeping a few lightspeed tokens if a new raid has some old characters attached to it, but I think holding 20 of them is a lot. Like a lot to hold in reserve, and it might make sense for you to start using a few of those towards characters that are on your farming paths to speed them up. I'm aware of gas, but low priority. Gungans would be easy with LSTs. Thinking of that too. You know that I love my Gungan team. My Gungans are my babies. They fuck. I tell everybody. I tell everybody that they're great, but I also think that they are more of a low priority team from most players. And I haven't looked at your roster yet, but predominantly, if you don't have gas and you're thinking about Gungans, I feel like gas is more important than Gungans, because not having gas tells me that you also don't have Ahsoka, you don't have Hondo, you don't have Lord Vader. Another GL would be cool, probably Hondo, since I'm lacking heavily in mods. And pirates will be LSTs by then. Continuing current farms. Leviathan for sure. I get this though now. Next steps are free. After Leviathan, efficiency is what I need. I love ships. I already had Executor and Profundity, but only Leia as my single GL. You know, I don't love ships. I don't agree with you in ships, but I do think ships are really important, and it does make sense to always be farming ships until you are caught up. So it's not worthless to you of you to be doing that. Make sure not to over prioritize. Fine, finish your Leviathan, But after that, pick like 2 ships at a time and just slow farm them for now. Yes, correct. Whatever was available at the time you bought the LST is what will be available afterwards. So keep that in mind. 1GL. It's interesting because you have a lot of assault battle viability, but 1GL. I'm gonna say like 7 million GP, 9 million GP. All right. That is very low for the amount of GLs that you have. You have, I think, 2 total, right? Because you just finished Jabba and you have Leia. I'm not sitting on any era currency right now, Owie. I am buying that R8 and R9 material. So you have more GL than you kind of let on. It kind of made it sound like you only had Leia and Jabba, but you have Leia, Jabba, SLKR, and JMK. If they add more flawed signal, Allie, if they add more of it, I might reconsider my stance. But where the flawed signal data is now, I feel like the R8 and R9 material is far more beneficial. Ships are in pretty good shape. Okay. Let's see. Gear tracker. Ray is far. We have Jedi Luke. Jedi Master Luke is fairly close. Don't have Ray Jedi training. We don't care about that. Lord Vader is far. Don't care about Afra, Cal Kestis, Balin, Ahsoka. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I only have the information that I read, obviously. Your context is going to be much higher than my context. Right. I do want to check out your guild. Leviathan is super close. And Hondo. Interesting. Okay. Rank 7. Are you hitting first most days? I know you're rank 7 right now. Mandalore Militia, raids. Okay, so another thing, and Ani kind of pointed this out too, old teams in the raids generally are not amazing. Now, we've had some great things like Tarking being able to solo, old Hondo being able to solo, Keller and Beck being able to solo, and that really helped newer players that didn't have older things. Your guild is only doing 100 million in this raid, so just also consider over prioritizing the raid through lightspeed tokens, right? Even if a new team or two comes out and you go, oh shit, I got to do this, your guild overall is not going to be over investing in this raid. And if you over invest in this raid, in the next raid, you're probably not going to be in a great position unless CG fundamentally alters things. Here. No, we want to go back to your account. I don't hate your Qui-Gon and Power at R9. Peridia Patrol, I don't think needs to go above Relic 5 right now. Man. Finish up Leviathan. I would argue that it maybe makes sense to do, unless you're just, you hate doing the executor fight, because I know the executor fight can be a pain in the ass. If you're not hating the executor fight, I would maybe argue doing a couple refreshes per month and saving a few crystals. If you do the 7-star over the course of 5 or 6 months, you save 7,000 crystals, as opposed to doing it 1 month, in which case you also have to buy that 1250 pack as well. And if that is the motivator, I get it. If that's not the motivator, then I think you're just burning crystals there. If you're struggling in GAC, look, you're still going to do okay in GAC. Where are you right now? You're in Erodium. There are other things that are causing you problems in GAC. what ends up happening is people fly too close to the sun and then they get knocked down. You know, you've seen that account possibly that I did that video on recently, Conquest's account. And he is somebody who I helped him fix his mods. I'm still helping him fix his mods. And we got him into Kyber, and he's not doing super great in Kyber because, well, there's so many other problems with the account right now. It's not just one thing. And I mean, based on your own admission, your mods are not in a great position. Based on the game itself, let's see what your mod score is. Let's check it out. Request queued. Your mod score is, I mean, not terrible. It is, your mod top 110 is 7.54. I have seen much, much, much worse at this area of the game. Right? If we pop this up. Oh, because this is higher priority. It's not terrible, but you do have a lot of 5-dot mods. You do still have a lot of mods on the lower end. Your higher end mods are pretty nice for where you're at, but imagine just how much further along you could be with a little bit more modding prominence. In Chromium, you're 90% win, and Erodium, it's 90% losing. That's okay. We're here to get you past that. We're here to get you to the next, you know, the next part of where you need to be as an account. But Leviathan's not going to just automatically fix that at 7 stars. But also, again, our goal is going to be to get you not just to Kyber, but to get you there in a way look at this. This is going to be one of those Discord bots. To get you in a way where you can stay there. We'll see what comes of this as the stream goes on. No servers in common, and that tells me that that is somebody trying to sell me something. If I were to say for you, I would probably consider getting Leviathan to 5 stars in your first month, and then breaking down those refreshes over the next 4 to 5 months so that you can save some crystals, because Leviathan on its own is not saving you. Jabba is going to help your mods. Other than that, I know everybody's talking about Balin and great mothers, but I just, where are we here? I would definitely work on gas right now over Gungans, hands down, because gas is going to open up multiple things for you. I personally think that you should go for Hondo, even without the Lightspeed tokens, and really push forward. But if you're adamant about Lightspeed tokens, I would be working towards gas right now and working towards Ahsoka to get her Relic 9 event. Get her Relic 9 event, get her where she needs to be there, so that she can do and you know, participate in the game the way that she's supposed to. Let me see, what are your PG guys? Ezra's at 239. By the time you unlock Ahsoka, you should have Ezra, or you should be very close to Ezra. And then at that point, you should be at a point where you can go for Hondo with the Lightspeed tokens when those things start to become eligible for the Lightspeed tokens. I think that that's the smartest way for you. When it comes to Balin and GM, Great Mothers is a good team. Balin is a good team. I like both of those teams. But I just don't agree with a lot of the content creators who are saying you should rush them, you should push heavily towards them. Those players are thinking from the perspective of a late game player. They are thinking from the perspective of an early game player who has a second account and is having fun in a second account and trying to push a specific thing. I am looking holistically at an account and saying, hey, you need to work on your resource acquisition. You need to work on the back end of your account. And working on the back end of your account may not get you from 0 to 60 as quick as doing it the other way, but it'll keep you at 60 outside. You know, it'll keep you at 60 longer. And that's kind of what we want. So honestly, I would split your Leviathan farm into a couple of months to save yourself some crystals. I would work towards gas. I would work towards Ahsoka, and I would work towards Hondo. If you end up getting Hondo, or if you end up getting Ahsoka too fast, and you're like, oh man, Hondo is not LST farmable yet, and I mistimed this farm, you are very close to JML, and you may as well finish JML, right? But I would do that as I finished Ahsoka and Hondo, I'm still waiting on things. Let me do this in the background. JML is still useful. JML is not as great anymore in the late game, but he's still useful. I still use him every GAC. And no GL in that sense is a bad GL. GM is for the CT3 that won Assault Battle. You don't even fucking need GM for CT3. You can do it with old Daka's team. And you can do it with all of them at G12 with only Daka at like Relic 5 to Relic 7, as long as you refresh. I would do a couple refreshes a month, Callisto, to try and time it to about, 4 to 5 months for Leviathan while you work on those other things. Those are the things that are going to be important for you. We've got our friend here, and we're going to see what this turns into. Do you have any other specific questions though? Because I feel like this is an easy one. Well, I mean, I did it with the original Night Sisters. So I did it with the original Night Sisters without Relic Delta on my side, right? Marin, what happens in this community, and it happens a lot in this community, and I notice it a lot in this community, is that people, they have a sensibility from years ago, and they repeat this. And then when something changes, they keep repeating the same thing. The moment that Marin came to the game was the moment that assault battle became farmable. You didn't need anything other than Marin to do the Secrets and Shadows at CT3. That's just how it is. I notice it all the time on Reddit. People say, oh, this thing, that thing. And it's advice from 3 years ago that just does not work. I strongly, very, very, very strongly recommend people remod for assault battles so that they can get further in those assault battles than where they are, right? It is a big thing that makes so much sense. You spend 20 minutes doing it so that you can save so much time and get so much stuff in the future. That's kind of how it works. All right. We did 2... Where are we in timeline for roster reviews? Let's see. The next roster review is from 6/16. It's Nate is from 6/17. Do we do egg draws or do we do more roster reviews? That is the question. To review or not to review? That is the question. whether 'tis nobler to draw like an asshole or suffer the downvotes from your community. We we have so many people in this community that are allergic to remodding, but I will say, Emperor, you fucking didn't I review you last stream? I will say that the game does not make remodding easy. The game makes remodding such a stupid pain in the ass. Like the way to remod without additional tools is super annoying. So I fully understand why people don't want to remod, and I am fully on board with the game changing things to make that easier. I think you save the first egg draws for the start of the summer and make it themed. Technically, didn't summer start today, actually, or yesterday? Right? Isn't that the summer solstice? Let's see. Yeah, the summer solstice started today. Yeah, everybody complains about the GI event, and I look, it's a shitty event. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I fully admit to it being a shitty event. But a lot of people also don't want to learn things, and they don't want to take their time, and they don't want to invest. We've been seeing this since the days of gas, right? People would be like, "Oh, the gas event is so hard. I've been spending 6 hours on it." And the game recommends Relic 3 and all of the Zetas, but these players are like, "Why can't I do it with no Zetas and all G12 characters?" And it's like, "Well, of course you can't. It's ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous." Okay, well, I'm sorry, Xander, but Ani, who is basically my second in command right now since Moonborn has abandoned me, has said that we should save egg draws until my actual summer vacation from school. So I guess we're just going to do more reviews. We have Mateo up. It is 208 00. Let's see what's up. I do okay in fleets, usually around 20th. Lots of profundities and leviathans. CT3 on all the old ones except fanatical devotion. Places of power. We'll have DS Ray soon. Duel of the Fates, both relic 7. Oh my god, they should be relic 9 most likely. Purity Patrol, all 3 R5. Working on R7. I'm working on, just got Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, got him to relics. Profundity, getting towards the leviathan ships. Need 26 more Malgus shards. Want to help my guild with Riva, so Grand Inquisitor, I guess. The farm I will definitely continue right now is Profundity, because I'm pretty close and need another good fleet. For efficiency, fun, I can't say much. I'd like to farm Hondo, but I have basically 0 progress towards him. Efficiency is highly needed, though. I crave crystals for the Colosseum Marquise. I absolutely despise ships, mostly because mine are bad. Rey with Lumi FTC and Leia with Drogon FTC got a lot of holds for me already, and I love teams that reliably get me defensive holds. PG units, DS Rays 324, Malgus is coming up, Stranger, Jocasta, not as important to you. Nothing else seems important to you in those PG units. I spend no money at all. Still getting the Marquise to 4 stars, aiming for 5, but like I said, problem with crystals. Getting around 150 to 200 daily in Colosseum. Spending the currency out on Erodium LSTs to farm, which makes sense. That's what you should be doing. Took a pretty long break until April, so I missed out on some of the PG shards. Got into Kyber 4 because of my Rey and Leia holding so well. I will not spend on anything. I'm going to say this is about a 9 million account, honestly. Let's see. 8.957 million. That is right on the money. You must destroy Egnards and broccoli. I fucking love broccoli. All right. Let's see. We are 9 million. Leia, Rey, SLKR. We have Jabba, which is nice. That means that your mods are not in complete shit. I definitely would at this point recommend bringing Peridia Boys to Relic 9. I think it is a really important thing for players around the 9 to 10, 11 million GP range to consider. When we talk about being resource positive, as a free-to-play player for yourself, it is really important that you are getting as much passive resources as you possibly can. Your fleets, usually around 20th, lots of profundities and leviathans. I really would like to see you getting higher in fleets. I hate fleets too. I hate ships as well, but it's something you should always be farming. Now, I am not an expert on fleets. I know a lot of people do get to first with Executor, even against Leviathan. I don't know the strategy to it, but I guarantee Bit Dynasty has a video on it. So I would fully look into the Executor versus Leviathan strategy and really try to work and practice that so you can get into the top 10, if not the top 5, to get more crystals daily, which will significantly help you. Again, not an expert on it, but I do think it is important to you. Weaver, because I'm not going to Ekasra, which is harder to say than Weaver. You got to buy me dinner first, man. I need to be wined and dined. Sit me down in front of like a nice steak and an old fashioned, and I am a slut. I can, my God, I can flirt with anybody. I could flirt with a fucking rock. Yeah, I'm not an expert on the battle. But I would say if you look into Bit Dynasty, he definitely has a video on it. Look it up. Has to do with MK6. Look it up. Get it going. Get it done. Do what you have to do with it. Because you are working on Leviathan, your Mark 6 should be fairly up there. Now, keep farming that. This is one that with Sith Emperor Trooper, I think this is a Cantina node. You probably don't want to bring Sith Empire Trooper up because I believe they're on the same node as each other. But I would definitely start practicing that now while you're farming Leviathan so that you can get more crystals to be able to get the more lightspeed tokens or refresh Leviathan to get yourself a little bit further ahead. Let's see. Tools. Gear tracker. I hit the right thing that time. Okay. Well, you have to learn the strategy. I'm going to be the first to admit, I don't really know the strategies well for fleets. I have trouble with fleets, so I always invest in the new fleet so I don't have to worry about it so much. Vexatron has a video too. Vexatron is also a nice guy. I can't promote Vexatron here because Sexy Vexy and I are competitive in terms of who is the most attractive, way too old to be streaming video games content creator for this game. And he definitely edges me out there. Yes, I said edges me out. So I cannot in good conscience promote his content here. But he is a great creator, and if you look him up, you probably will also get your answer there. I like to promote Bit Dynasty because Vex does a lot of other great stuff, and Bit Dynasty has gotten completely fucked by CG on them getting rid of literally every type of content that he produces. Ahsoka, Leia, Leviathan. Yeah, Leviathan's far. Hondo. God, he thinks it's an actual competition. No, it really isn't. I think he's 10 years younger than me, so I don't think so at all. I definitely think, you know, I've been telling people don't really wait for lightspeed tokens. I think in your case with Hondo that you probably should wait for lightspeed tokens because you are so far away that, you know, you're going to have trouble and you'll definitely be in a position to farm him with lightspeed tokens. You'll never get him in time. Definitely start working on gas, because you're going to need gas for Hondo, and I am very pro farming Hondo. What I would do in the interim is 100% finish Profundity, 100% get Duel of the Fates to Relic 9, 100% get Prettier Patrol to Relic 7, because that's going to build you towards Ahsoka anyway, so it's not like you're over-investing. Start to focus and work on gas so that gas can be ready, right? Use your get towards gas so that you can get Hondo and Ahsoka as you get closer to that timeline. 100% start finishing Leviathan. In the interim to that, I would be spending excess tokens towards anything here that is already available, which is probably just Chirrut looking at it right now. And in the interim there, I would be focusing on the ships that you need to get to 7 stars for Leviathan. But by the time you finish all of those things, Hondo is not a not smart move for you. It's just I would hold off until the lightspeed tokens because of all of the other things that you need to work on. Profundity Leviathan is going to take you a month or two. Prettier Patrol to R9 is going to take you a little while. You know, while you're waiting on Hondo, for example, when you get to that point where you're waiting on Hondo, you can, where is he? Hondo, you can use a lightspeed token on in 2 months and then bring him to Relic 9 so that he's ready. So there's a lot of background information that you, or a background stuff that you can be doing towards this farm, even while you're doing Duel of the Fates to R9, Prettier Patrol to R7, Profundity, Leviathan. Again, though, I very strongly recommend looking at Bit Dynasty, getting your Mark 6 up, and starting to practice the Executor counter to Leviathan, because that is worth it as a free-to-play player. Why need strategy when you can relic delta your way through Conquest, or on the other hand, not having this stuff high enough, so delta is hurting you in Conquest, even with a strategy video? Most endgame players just have to take people's words about relic delta because I'm pretty out of touch. What do you mean in terms of out of touch? I mean, as an endgame player, I'm doing 6 refreshes in Conquest, so I'm finishing Conquest early, but I still hate Relic Delta in Conquest, specifically because I can't farm feats naturally anymore. I have to use that stupid data disk and waste my energy. It does annoy me. I think that for the majority of players, Relic Delta helps them because their characters are at Relic 5. And when you have a survive feat, it's irrelevant when you have a Relic 8 SLKR. Right? You have to take defensive discs like Fortify to help let those characters survive, and that's not a problem. But when you have a GL coming in who has a Relic Delta of 3 or 4, you are going to smack down teams, and I don't think bringing in a low-tier team is a problem. In terms of Relic Delta in GAC, a lot of people say that Relic Delta is a problem overall, and look, there were things about the game that were different when Relic Delta first came out, and I fought to get Relic Delta lowered, and we did as beta testers. I do strongly get and understand why Relic Delta is in the game. Delta has always been in this game. We just haven't noticed it because we don't use characters under level 85 anymore. You know, Delta was always in levels. That's why raid bosses and Coliseum and, you know, different TB characters, they were always like level 90. It was so that Delta changed the way that damage was displayed and the way that damage happened. I understand that if they Relic 9 did not have the impact that it needed to have because there was no delta, because it didn't make sense. Relic delta is definitely affecting people in GAC. I don't think it's a problem. I think that people need to, it's relic hygiene. And that's what we talk about with Snorlax a lot when we're talking about rosters that need to develop and move ahead. We talk about relic hygiene. We talk about building characters up reactively. I think a lot of players are stuck in an older sensibility. And that's what we talked about earlier when it came to modding, right? The earlier sensibility of saying, hey, I need to bring characters to Relic 3 and that should be enough. And it shouldn't be. You should have to be close in Relic levels for things to work. And it doesn't affect some teams. It doesn't affect TM teams as much. And there are counters that work at Relic Delta of 3 and at Relic Delta of 4. But primarily, you have to invest in your teams and you have to invest in your mods. There are some of my teams that don't work. My pirates suck right now because against a Lord Vader, they just get smacked down. And that's okay. I don't think it is as big of a problem as people say. And if they want their game to survive, you know, the reality is that this game subsists because of people willing to spend money. And it really pisses me off, not free-to-play players, because if you want to play for free, that's fine. But what pisses me off is free-to-play players who get annoyed at anyone spending money, as if the game will exist without that. And without the gates advancing, without new relic levels coming to the game, without things for the mega whales, the users of the game, you know, the Yodas of the game, without those players having new things to work towards, there's no revenue coming in. You can still compete as a free-to-play player if you're smart. You can still compete as a casual spender if you're smart. You just have to be very smart about how you use your resources. You have to understand Relic Delta, and you have to not be somebody who just hoards for the sake of hoards and who does push their roster further with each area of the game that they play towards. And that is a big, big, big thing. I expect that we'll see Relic 11, if not Relic 12, by the end of the year. And without Relic Delta, nobody would invest in them. I have seen people, I see people, you've seen the account that I showed off in a recent video, the Cunctator account. He is a whale. He spends a fuck ton of money. His modding sucks. His modding is awful. We just got him out of Herodium. His account should be in Kyber 2, if not Kyber 1. But we are working on his modding. I log into his account every single day to change his mods around and to fix things and to work things and to make his mods make sense. You know, and there are people willing to spend for that, somebody to do something like that. That's the only way that, because they don't understand the game on the same level that somebody like myself or other people understand the game at. Hold on 1 second. Let's, do I do one more? Let's see. My goodness. Nate. Do we do Nate's? Oh my God. And to spend his resources. I don't spend users' resources, really. I do spend, yes, I spend his store resources. I've been burning down his store resources, but I don't do anything really other than datacrons and mods for him. I've done a couple relic levels that I was like, these need to be done. I don't know what you're doing. I've done a couple Zetas that didn't make sense to not have. But overall, he does play his game other than those things. All right, we're going to do, I guess, the last one, right? Let's see. Actually, my brother-in-law is texting me. He's trying to find out when we're coming down. Okay, I lied. We cannot do the last one. I have to get myself on my way to go today because apparently we have things that need to be done and places that we need to go, and nobody told us or told me. So, Nate, you are going to have to wait on your review. I don't apologize because you posted yours on 6/17. It was only a couple of days ago. But I do hope that everybody enjoys their Father's Day. Again, I was Batmaned a couple of years ago. I am an adult orphan. I am fine. I've processed that information. This day is not a big deal for me. But I do really want to say, for those of you that do have fathers still in your lives, even though they probably give you tons of shit, just appreciate it. As long as they're not assholes, right? As long as we're talking about fathers who actually were fathers, not just um, well, as my best friend says about his dad, just sperm donors. Appreciate it. Say thank you. Crack open a beer with them. Have a whiskey with them. If you're not going to see them today because they live far, send them a text. Tell them Strange Internet Man says to appreciate you and show some grace there. For those of you that are fathers and not necessarily cat fathers like myself, you get to do whatever the fuck you want today. But also keep in mind that good memories with your kids, as much as you want to sit here on your treadmill for the next 4 hours while I talk about Star Wars, go let your kids enjoy your company so that they have those memories to live on when you are old and dead and decrepit, so that when they have to make the decision to pull the plug, they do so, and because they love you, as opposed to, letting you sit on a machine and tortured for months and months and months. You may be seeing more of me next week, depending, because my summer starts on Thursday, but we will see what happens. Peace out, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend, and happy Father's